All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about how you can build a one-person empire right now in the age of AI. But here's the twist. The secret weapon isn't some shiny new app. Nope, it's actually a philosophy that's 100 years old from one of the wealthiest people in history. We're just giving it a massive modern upgrade. Have you ever found yourself asking this, am I missing something fundamental? You know, a friend of mine actually asked me that exact question just a few months after he launched his dream business. He had all the passion, all the great ideas, but he was just, well, drowning. And I think that's a feeling a lot of us know all too well.
And here's what that drowning actually looked like. One day, he'd get a flood of leads, and the next, crickets, a total desert. Meanwhile, his software costs were just slowly, quietly creeping up. And his whole day, it was just meant putting out fires, you know? He wasn't building his vision, he was just firefighting. It's a super common, super frantic reality for so many people starting out.
So, to try and help my friend, I didn't point him to some new marketing guru on social media. Instead, I pointed him somewhere completely unexpected, to an old oil tycoon, J. Paul Getty. Why? Because Getty understood this one fundamental truth. Building real wealth isn't just about working harder. It's not about the hustle. It's about thinking differently. It's about building intelligent systems that do the work for you. And that right there, that's the big mindset shift we're diving into.
Okay, so take a look at Getty's core principles. I mean, they feel like they could have been written yesterday, right? You've got things like own the systems, don't just do the work. Master your financial intelligence. Be aggressive about controlling your costs. Use logic, not emotion, and be relentlessly adaptable. All of these are gold, but there's one in particular that we're going to grab and just supercharge for the AI era, and that's this idea of leverage. See, for Getty, leveraging other people's time and skills, that was everything. That was the key to scaling.
But here's where we make our big, modern update to that timeless rule. Because in the 21st century, we have a type of leverage that is so much more powerful, something Getty could have only dreamed about. We are making the big shift from leveraging people to leveraging AI.
And this really breaks it down perfectly. Think about it. Getty had to hire literal armies of people to get things done, to execute his vision. You have AI. You have AI for automation, AI for digging through data, and AI to run entire systems on its own. That is your modern multiplier. It's what allows a single person to do the work that used to take an entire department.
Okay, so let's get practical. How do we turn this idea into an actual blueprint you can use? The whole goal here is to shift your thinking. We need to stop thinking like a freelancer who's just trading hours for dollars and start thinking like an industrialist, someone who builds assets that generate income on their own. First things first, every great industrialist begins by minimizing risk. I mean, Getty wouldn't just drill a hole in the ground based on a hunch, right? He used data, he used geology. Your first step is exactly the same. Don't build your business on a guess. You have to verify that people actually want what you're thinking of building.
And this is where AI becomes your own personal in-house research department. You can use tools like ChatGPT to brainstorm strategy, Perplexity to do some really deep research, and Google Trends to see if people are actually searching for solutions to the problem you want to solve. This means you can figure out your customers' exact pain points before you ever write a line of code or create a single piece of content. You're not starting blind anymore.
All right, so you validated your idea. Now it's time to build the thing. Getty knew that the quality of his product, in his case oil, was the bedrock of his entire fortune. And for you, it's no different. The quality of your service, your course, your software, that's what's going to earn you wealth over the long haul.
Now here's an absolutely crucial point. Please remember this. Your customers do not care that you're using AI. They just don't. What they care about is the result you can get for them. You know the old saying, don't sell the drill, sell the hole? It's exactly that. You're not selling AI. You're selling a faster, a better, a cheaper outcome that just so happens to be powered by AI.
Let's be real. An amazing product that nobody knows about? That's just a hobby. Getty totally got this. He knew that controlling the distribution of his oil was just as critical as finding it in the first place. And for you, it's the same principle. Consistent visibility is what drives consistent income. You need a marketing machine. And check this out. Here's a simple but incredibly powerful system for building that machine. Step 1, start with one core idea. Step 2, use an AI tool to explode that one idea into 10 different pieces of content, a social media thread, a script for a short video, a blog post. Step 3, push all of that out across 3 of your main platforms. All of a sudden, you are seemingly everywhere online, building your authority, but without the classic burnout that comes with it.
All right, now we're talking about the absolute lifeblood of any business, cash flow. Getty was a master of this. Look, a business isn't really a business until money is coming in, and that money needs to flow consistently. So the goal? Build a system that makes sales even when you're asleep. And you know what? Your sales system can be almost completely automated. Just picture it. Leads get captured automatically on your site. An AI chatbot is there 24/7 to answer all their basic questions. And then automated email sequences kick in to nurture them, taking them from just being curious all the way to becoming a paying customer. This is the kind of system that makes sure the money keeps flowing even when you've stepped away from the keyboard.
Now, this next part, this is the step that so many entrepreneurs completely ignore. And honestly, it's where Getty built his biggest competitive edge. He was absolutely obsessed with controlling costs. And think about it. In a one-person business, every single dollar you save on your operations is a dollar of pure profit in your pocket. AI lets you become incredibly lean and efficient. It can automate your bookkeeping, handle basic customer support, and just take care of all those little repetitive tasks that you used to have to hire someone for. It means you can run a super profitable operation with shockingly low overhead. Just remember Getty's rule. Every single expense has to justify its own existence. Okay, and finally, we close the loop. All of these systems we've talked about, marketing, sales, operations, they're all generating a ton of data. The modern industrialist, the modern Getty, doesn't make decisions based on a gut feeling or emotion. No way. They use that data to guide every single move. You can use simple AI-powered dashboards to see exactly what's working and what isn't. You can answer the big questions. Which marketing channels are actually bringing in sales? Where in my process are people dropping off? What's my real profit margin after everything? This is what turns you from an emotional entrepreneur into a data-driven operator. So, after all this talk about AI and automation and all these systems, I want to leave you with what is honestly the most important insight of this whole thing. The real edge, the actual competitive advantage, it's not the tool. It's not the technology. I mean, anybody can go and get a ChatGPT account. The real edge is the thinking. It's about adopting that industrialist mindset. It's having the long-term vision and the discipline to build systems. It's the financial discipline to watch your costs and the emotional control to make logical decisions based on data, not feelings.
Let me put it this way. J. Paul Getty started with a raw material, right? Crude oil. And he used the leverage of people and money to turn that oil into an empire.
Well, today, our raw material is information. And your leverage? It's not a giant workforce. It's the incredible power of intelligent automation and the systems you can build with AI. Honestly, the opportunity for you to build your own empire has never been more accessible than it is right now.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. We all have access to the same incredibly powerful engine, AI. But an engine is pretty useless without a good driver, right? The technology is here. It's ready to go. The real question you have to ask yourself is your philosophy ready to get in the driver's seat?